Okay, Year 8, this is a video for you guys to watch to learn how to create a two-player car racing game. So your first thing you'll do is go to your Create tab. And we can then delete Scratchy from our sprite list, and we're going to create a backdrop to start with. Okay, so choose a backdrop, just scroll up to Paint. And I'm going to create a green background. There we go. And also in the background we need to draw the racetrack. Circle. And you guys can design this racetrack so it looks however you want. It doesn't have to be as simple as mine. You can add some more complexity to it. And I'm also going to create a start line. Okay, that's our backdrop done. So now we're going to load some sprites, which are actually going to paint as well. And we're drawing our cars from the top view in two different colours to what you've already used. Okay. Oops. And we're just hitting Control-C, Control-V to draw the wheels. Okay, that's one car done. You can see on my backdrop it's really big, so here we're just going to change the size to make sure it'll fit on our track. And I'll go a little bit smaller so you can bend around the corners a bit easier. Okay. Done. Okay, so our first challenge now is to get this car to be able to drive around this track. I only want it to be on the black, and if it touches the green I want it to go back to the start, and I want to be able to count laps. Okay, so I might start with the movement first. So sprite 1, events, when the flag is clicked, forever. And in between the flag and the forever, we might put in our go to X and Y for our start position and say point in direction 90. Okay, so whenever our game restarts, it should come back to here and be pointing that way. For our movement, I'm going to use my right key to move the car forward, and I'm going to use my up and down to turn left and right. So in Control, when space is pressed, when space is pressed, when space is pressed. So we said we're going to use the right arrow to move, so I'm going to go into motion and go move 10 steps. And I said our down arrow we want to turn. We'll try this one. And then up. We'll go the other way. Okay, let's see what that looks like. Start, right arrow, down, okay, right arrow. And you can see which keys I'm pressing because the code flashes Okay, so that's working. And if I press stop and start, he's back to the start. So now we're going to do some code, so when it touches the green, he goes back to that position. So in this forever loop, forever, if then, so if touching color, pick the color picker, pick the green. If touching that green, then go to X and Y, which is the same coordinates as the start position, and point in direction 90. Let's test that. Stop, start, let's move a bit. Yep, might have missed it, let's go again. There we go, okay. Yeah, this is where it's gonna get tricky for you guys and you're gonna have to think. I wanna be able to say, when touching white, add 1 lap. Now, adding the lap would be a variable, we know how to do that. Make a variable, I'm gonna call it blue laps. Click OK. And while I'm here, I'm just going to go make another one. We'll call it red laps because I'm eventually going to make a red car as well. Put one over there. Alright, so if touching colour green, then go to start position, point direction 90, and let's throw in another if touching color picker, and let's get the white, very careful, got it. Then change our variable for blue laps by 1. Okay, let's test it out. I'm just going to add in a little bit of extra code here for a second. Let's just go stop, start, control, when space is pressed. I'm going to change that to the back arrow so I can have a reverse move -10 steps, just so that I can cheat for now. Okay, start, I'm going to hit my back arrow. Well, that's interesting. 10 steps, let's change X. There we go. And see what's happening? Whenever I'm touching it, it is going up. And obviously I've not done that many laps. Okay, so let's hit stop, start. Let's throw in set our laps to 0. Here we go. So whenever we hit start, go to start position, point direction 90, and set the laps to 0, stop, start, there we go. So there's obviously more work that needs to happen to this code. Now I'll give you some hints. Let's put it in its forever. If touching color white, well, we actually have to touch white and then wait and not be touching white. Okay, so let's see what options we've got here. There we go, wait until. Wait until, and we need something that says not. There we go, look at that. Oops. If touching color white, then wait until not. Touching color white, then change blue laps by 1. Let's see. There we go. Kind of worked. forgot one key thing here. There we go. Stop, start. Okay, reverse. It's touching, nothing's happening. Let's go off. There we go, there's our lap. Now the challenge for you guys, because I don't want to spoon feed you the whole lot of the code, is to figure out to make sure that you can't just reverse over it and get a lap. That's cheating. You need to make sure that you are doing a whole lap and hitting it from here and then getting the lap point. I will show you how to create the red car. It's very easy. So you just come to here. We're going to go duplicate. Okay, it duplicates the code and the car. So we're going to move our second car up to here. We're going to go into the costumes for it. Use our paint bucket. Pick a new colour. Okay, there we go. We've now got two different cars, and we just have to adjust any of our code. Okay, so we'll change. We're on our red car here, so we'll make this our red laps there, our red laps here, and we have to change the way it's controlled because you can't have a two-player game where the two players are trying to use the same keys. So to go forward for this one, we will use D. To turn, we'll use S. And to turn the other way, we'll use W. If you're putting in a little cheat for reverse, we might use A for that. You can use any letters so long as your player knows which letters they're for. Okay, and obviously can't be starting in exactly the same position. So we're going to move him to there and you'll see what coordinates they are, and we'll change that here. So the X is 41, the Y is 94, change it here as well, 41, oops, 94, red, all looks good. Stop, start, there we go, all working. So you challenge again to get your lap counter working properly for both cars, so there's no cheat to be able to reverse over it. And then see if you can figure out a way that if your cars collide that it looks like it's blowing up, like if you were hitting something to do with costumes, so it blows up and then goes back to the start. See if you can have a think about that and work that out.